I think I'm audible to everyone.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's start today's session. Good afternoon, all. So today I'm here for the webinar on the topic Advanced Project Schedule and File Management with the Oracle Primavera Cloud. Kindly please turn off your audio and video to save bandwidth, and also drop your queries in the chat, and it will be addressed in Q&A session at the end of the webinar. Thank you all. Let me start with introducing myself. My name is Jayalakshmi, Senior Functional Consultant at Infinity PMC Solutions. I have a postgraduate degree in construction engineering and management, and have experience in project management and coordination, and have trained more than 250 students in my career. And my software skills are Oracle Primavera Cloud, P6, Primavera P6, MS Project, Primavera Unifier, AutoCAD, PlanSwift, StartPro, etc. I have worked as a functional support for planning and scheduling in infrastructure projects in India and internationally. Mainly the domains are high-rise commercial buildings and defense projects. And some of the clients are GE Vernova, Skytech Infrastructures, Infopark Kochi, Smart City Kochi, Indian Medical Association Kerala Chapter, Mediapps Marine Solution Private Limited, etc. Today's agenda. Initially, I will be briefly introducing my company, Infinity PMC Solution. After that, we will be move on to the Oracle Primavera Cloud, where I will give a brief introduction on Oracle Primavera Cloud, then a project schedule management, then how the project is imported into Oracle Primavera Cloud, and what if scenario scheduling inside OPC. Then comparison, there is another module called the comparison of original and revised schedule inside OPC. We will briefly go through that. And then we will move on to the file management system inside OPC. Towards the conclusion, I'll briefly give you an overview about IPMCS offerings and solutions. And last, we will have a Q&A session. Let me start by introducing my company, Infinity PMC Solution. So IPMCS is in the industry for more than 20 plus years now. And we have trained more than 200 batches of both corporate and institutions, and also more than 150 projects in EPC, architecture, infrastructure, oil and gas, and power plant. We are mainly partnered with the OEMs like Construct Connect, Oracle, Nomitech, F&D, and Bexel. Let us see what the Oracle provides us with the Primavera P6. Construct Connect is PlanSwift. Nomitech provides us with the PostOX, RIB, CostX, and F&D Power Project. Let us have a brief discussion on what these softwares do. So basically, Oracle Primavera is used for planning and scheduling. Power Project is also a similar software which can be used for risk management and 4D BIM solutions also. RIB, CostX, and PlanSwift, CostOX, etc. are basically estimation software for quantity takeoff and estimation solutions. And ArcGIS is a mapping solution. Let me enter into the topic, Introduction to Oracle Primavera Cloud. First, let me speak about what is Oracle Primavera Cloud. So Oracle Primavera Cloud can be defined, or it can be said as the next generation scheduling tool provided by Oracle. It is a cloud-based, mobile-ready solution which optimizes and integrates critical processes, scope, schedule, cost, and documents across an organization or even across a project. It has different modules which include portfolio management, risk management, resource management, file management, cost management, schedule management. Now, why Oracle Primavera Cloud? So when we look into an industry like construction industry, which is very complex in nature, even if for a single project, there involves a lot of people who are professional and non-professional people, which can be a client, engineers like structural engineers, fire and safety engineers, civil engineers who will be managing the site, etc. Or even architects, maybe vendors who will be having a very minimum knowledge about the industry, and to the lowest part, that is the labors. So, and similarly, there are a lot of documents are also involved, which starts from the drawings and can be goes into the BOQs, the estimates, the POs, the inspection letters, etc. So, the managing for a project to be successful, it is very necessary that there should be a proper communication between the different stakeholders inside the project, or even inside the project, or even if inside the organization. So, Oracle Primavera Cloud is a comprehensive construction project management platform which help us to streamline the communication, automate the workflow, and give real-time visibility to the project progress. OPC is a cloud-based software which can be accessed through Wi-Fi, and which will, since it can be accessed through Wi-Fi, it enables us to share the project and the project documents, progress documents, etc., across the project team at the real time. And thus, it facilitates better collaboration, communication, and consistency across multiple projects when we look it from a organizational point of view, and also even when managing a single project. What makes Oracle Primavera Cloud different? First thing is its simplicity. When you look into the UI of Oracle Primavera Cloud, its interface is very simple and easy to understand. Then the second point is one version. So all customers will be using the same version of Oracle Primavera Cloud at every time. So the hassle of saving and again saving the project into a lower version, etc., kind of difficulties are eliminated here. And also there won't be any incompatibility issues between the saved versions. And the next point is it is a cloud only software, which will be therefore there is no hassle of there is no system requirement basically, and the installation time, etc., is also saved. Then it is an integrated platform in which the portfolios, schedules, resource, risk, project documents, etc., can be managed using a single platform. Let us start with project schedule management. First, let me define schedule management. Schedule management can be defined as the process defining the project task and their duration, dependencies, and assigned resources in order to complete the project within a designed time frame. It also includes monitoring and control of the project, so that we can manage, we can check it if it is getting delivered on the correct time. Schedule management allows structuring the project work. Then the project plan can be shared between the whole team. Then the data that is required for reporting can be gathered together. Then the interdependencies between each and every task or activities is defined very clearly. Then since the interdependencies are defined, the critical task can be visible, and also the understanding the project status in relation to the validated roadmap or the baseline which we have created, and the increasing the likelihood of achieving the project objectives. What are the key steps in project management, schedule management? The first thing is defining the project. The second point is we will be moving on to developing the work breakdown structure, which can be of any levels. And then inside each work breakdown structure, we will be defining activities, and we will provide a relationship among the activities, that is sequencing of activities. Then each and every activity duration is being estimated. Then resources are allocated, and thus the schedule is developed, and the last step is review and validate. Now there will be the first poll on the screen, which is commonly used scheduling method. Mark your option. So yeah, the poll results are with me. 50% of people have voted in critical path method. Yeah, according as per my opinion, it is like a combination of CPM and the President's Network. But basically, it is critical path method itself. Yeah. Now let me move on to the demo. Let me show how the schedule management can be done inside OPC. This is the OPC screen. I hope it is visible to everyone. Now I'm in the workspace called non-production. So the workspace here, you can see the workspaces, programs, and project. Workspaces are basically the EPSs that are used inside P6, but here it is renamed as workspaces. So workspaces are basically used for keeping the projects hierarchically in order, and basically for grouping and hierarchical arrangement of projects. So for creating a new project. So for the first step is creating a new project. Bringing a project inside OPC can be done in two types. Either you can import a project which is saved inside as a .xcr file, that is a P6 file, or .xml P6 file, or even if it is an MSP file, it is also, if it is in .xml file, XML format, it can be imported into P6. Otherwise, you can create a fresh new project inside OPC. So first, let me show you how to import a project from .xcr file. So here import from P6 option is there, and you can see .xml or XCR files are already supported in OPC. So let me open this project and finish. So the project import is on underway, and once the project is imported successfully, you will get the notification. Click on OK. Okay. So now I have to reload the project, reload the screen so that I can see the newly added project inside the system. So yeah, here is the newly added project, which is QNSMET Villa, which now currently I imported from P6, like .xcr file. Now, if I need to add a new project, a freshly new project, what I can do? Here you have add option where I can add a project. Here I can give a name for the project. Let me make it sample, and any ID which should be unique, S1. Here you can give any project description like its location, its total area, etc. Whatever it is. Now the another mandatory field is you have to select a workspace. Here you can click, and there will be all the workspaces which is inside P6, and you can select a workspace. The status of the project should be active. Now, who will be managing the project? So here, this is me who is creating the project, and I'll be managing the project. Now the project start date. You can select any project start date. Let me select January 1st for now. Now you can select a calendar. There are a lot of preloaded calendar inside Oracle Primavera Cloud, but if you want, you can create your own calendar also. So let me select the default calendar for now. The currency is automatically selected as INR. Then move to next. So the basically Oracle Primavera Cloud is focused on the users and the user interfaces. Sorry, the user permissions. So we can decide whoever people can see my project, or whoever people who can see the project, and who can handle the project, who can do the changes inside the project. So that user and the user groups can be selected here. So now I can just simply select, type the name of my colleague. For example, let me type as Kiran, who is my colleague, and I can simply add him to make him one of the co-user. Okay, I can add more than one person if I need, but currently I will stop with one person. Since I added one person, I have to provide the permission sets for that person. By default, it will be in view only permission, that the Kiran can view all the things that I had loaded inside this project, but he won't be able to make any changes. If I want to change this one, I can just change this one here. Like even I can make him a system administrator, or even a schedule expert, schedule basic, or portfolio manager, whoever he is. So currently, let me keep him as in view only itself. Then next is companies. About companies, so if more than one company is involved inside the project, you can add those companies here. The same way as we added users. Currently in my system, Infinity PMC is the only loaded company, so which is default, inside which I am default creating the project. So no other company is loaded inside my interface right now. So I won't be adding anybody. But if you have more companies inside, like vendor companies or subcontractors or contractors, you can select them here. And similarly, you can give permissions also. And at last, you can see the summary where the added companies will be listed here, added users will be listed here, and the general informations will be here. And just click on add project. Let us wait for a few seconds and the project will be added. Yeah, the sample project is added, and this is the home phase of the sample project. Here you can see the plan, the start, and the view summary and the settings are also here. The project status is active. The general things that we had added will be visible here. There are the other modules which are cost and funds, custom logs, dashboards, etc. Currently, I will be focusing today. I'll be focusing only on the schedule management, which is here, the scheduling. So once the project is created, our first step is to create a WBS. Let me create a WBS now. So this is the WBS window. Then simply by clicking on an add button, you can add the WBS. For now, let me, as in sample project, let me add level 1 WBS. Add one more, which is level 2. So we had added 2 WBS. You can add n number of WBS. There is no restriction inside that. And here here you can see the WBS details. In general, WBS name will be there. WBS code, which is level 2. And you can edit the name here also. Now the level 1 and level 2, it is WBS code I had edited. Let me make it simply 1 and 2. In WBS name, let it be level 1 and level 2. Yeah. So the WBS name, WBS code, and the responsible manager is here. Now let me move on to the activities. Now the WBS are created. Our next step is to add activities. The WBS can be of any level and also in any numbers. So once the WBS is added, it will be visible inside the project window. Activity window. And here the columns are start, finish, total float, the plan duration, etc. Now let us add the activities inside the project. First, select the WBS under which you have to add the activities and click on add. And a new activity will be created. For now, let me add an activity as activity A. One more activity like activity B. One more activity C. If I want to add under this one, select this one, add activity, let it be D. Another one, let it be E. Okay. Now, the default, let me change the duration, as here the default duration is 5. Let me make it some other duration. Just simply type you can just simply type and add the duration as our requirement, whoever be the person who is handling the project. Yeah, now the duration is created. Now the next step is adding the relationship. But before moving on to adding the relationship, just let us have a brief look on the activity details tab below. So inside activity details, we have the general information about the activity. So now I had selected the activity A, about whom. The name is the name is provided here, an activity ID which is automatically populated. Now the WBS level is also here. If we have made some mistake, you can change the WBS level here also. Then the calendar will be here. If you have to add an activity calendar separately, you can change the calendar here. And the activity type like activity dependent, then the others are also here, start milestone, finish milestone, then duration types and percentage complete type. Then when you look into the status, this one is mainly used for the updation of the project once the project execution is being started. Then here you have resource assignments where you can add the resources. Relationship, here we will be adding the relationships to the project. So for adding the relationship, select the activity. So currently I am going to add the predecessors. Even you can add successors also. Let me add predecessors now. So for activity B, let me assign activity A as the predecessor. Now, activity A is added and the default relationship type is finish to start, that is FS. You can change the activity type, relationship type here. Let me keep it as FS itself. And if any lag or lead is here, that can be also provided here. Just type the number. If it is a lead, just make it -1 and it will be added. Let me make it 0 itself. Yeah. So now the one relationship is added. So if by default, not by default, if all the activities inside the project or currently these 4 activities are having FS relation itself, then there is more simpler way where select these activities and you can just click on link 4 activities and the relationship will be in FS. And it will be in which order we had selected, in the order of activities, it will be linked in FS relationship. Yeah. So now the project is added. Now we have to see the Gantt chart. Yeah, here it is the Gantt chart. Now let us schedule the project. The data date is 1st Jan and schedule now. So we'll take a moment for scheduling. And once the scheduling is done, we will get the notification. Yeah, we got the notification and we got the scheduled log also, which can be printed, and we got the critical path. So this is how the basic scheduling inside Oracle Primavera Cloud is being done. So now we had developed a simple schedule with 5 activities inside this one. Let me show you how this can be seen inside a bigger project. Let me take the Kunsmet Villa, which we had added just now. It will take a moment to load. Yeah, here is my project. Just clicked on it and the project is getting opened. And this is the schedule. The activities are already added inside this one. This is also a simple project, which is a villa, single story villa, where I just added almost like 10 activities. That's all. It's a simple project. Yeah. Now, let me show you let me schedule this one. Whatever things the Oracle Primavera Cloud is doing, we will get a notification here once we start and especially once we finish the activity, finish the task, whatever things we are making, we are doing. Okay, so the activities, here is the Gantt chart of this particular project. So yeah, This is how we will be adding or we will be creating a simple project inside Oracle Primavera Cloud. Now, once the project is created, the next step is let me create a baseline. Here inside the schedule itself, you will see the baselines. And here is the baseline window. So the status is baseline is not set. Now let me add a baseline. So this is R0 baseline. This current schedule, and yeah, if there is some description, you can provide the descriptions here. Click on add. And the baseline is added. Yeah, the project baseline RO is created for the project. Now, once it is created, it will be automatically assigned also. This is how we will be creating a project, and we will be adding the mm, we will be adding a baseline. And if you want to add resources, is the resource assignment window where you can assign the resources from the which is already created inside workspace level. Here I have a set of resources inside workspace level, which I can add simply. I can add the resources. Otherwise, you can create your own resources in workspace level or even inside project level also. Yeah. So the this is all about creating a schedule and creating a baseline and adding the resources. Now, let me move on to the next topic, which is if scenario in project management. So, which have you? I hope everyone has an idea about what if scenario. So, what if scenario analysis can be defined as the process of evaluating scenarios in order to predict their effect, that is, which can be positive or negative on the project objectives. This project objectives can be time, can be quality, or can be the cost of the project. So when is the project, what if scenario is useful? So what if scenario can be used for comparing the various kinds of scenarios that can happen inside the project. So it can be applied towards the, it is mainly useful during the beginning stage of the project, where we will be analyzing the different scenarios or different uh, issues or different situations that can come up inside the project during its progress. And we will evaluate its effect on the project objectives, as I said earlier, so that we can take the corrective measures or we can choose the correct plan. And also, if certain scenarios occurs, we can move on for, we will be prepared and we can select the corrective measures for in that situation. This can be done very easily inside OPC. So what are the main benefits of what if scenarios? First one is we can evaluate, as I said, we can evaluate the possible outcomes and we can be ready for that. And second one is better informed on decisions and actions. We do what to do at what stage. And third one is improved project credibility, predictability. And the last one is analysis of simple and complex factors. See how this what if scenario can be implemented inside OPC. So now, inside actions, you can see an add scenario option. Here you can give any scenario that can be like more adding more resources. That can be one scenario which will automatically decrease the project duration. The another scenario can be decreasing the resources. That will definitely increase the project duration. That is what is our expectation. We can change the relationship among the activities. Now every activity that I had provided is in FS. Now I can make the parallel activities, like I can change the relationships between two activities to SS or FF, which will make them execute in parallel in same time. That is, which will make them parallel activities, etc. Anything can be a scenario, and those scenarios can be analyzed. Now let me add one simple scenario as S1. And what is our scenario? We can give a description here. change in duration due to whatever be the reason. You can describe it here. Add that one. So now the scenario is added. Yeah, the project scenario is added. I got the notification, but still I need to refresh the system so that it get reflected inside the scenario window. Let me refresh it. I had to refresh the system. Now inside the open, I can see the duration scenario. Click on that and open. Yeah. Now you can see the open scenario is duration what if scenario. Now I can change the durations of the project. For example, let me change this to before that. Let me make keep it as baseline. Check on the baseline. Yeah, answer is already saved. Yeah, yeah. I checked on the baseline so that I'm making sure that the copy of the project is already saved, or I have a copy to compare. Yeah. So now let me change the duration of some of the activities. Maybe I made it 4. Let me make it 10, and let me make it 5. Okay. Just simply change some of the duration. Now let me schedule it again. Now, now the scheduling is in process, and yeah, now the scheduling is done successfully, and you will get a schedule logo which can be printed from the screen itself. And now once it is being scheduled, it will be changed into the current schedule, and yeah, the durations is changed. Now I can even work on this one again. Let me make it as 10. This is, and here I have a linter beam which can be 5. Yeah. So another way to make this schedule as the current schedule is you can just go to actions, and inside the actions, see set as current schedule. You can make it as current schedule and set. And the current scenario will be made it as the current schedule, and the open one is the current schedule. Either you can schedule, or you can just make it as current schedule by clicking on make it as a current schedule. Now I made it current schedule, so that option is not available here anymore. Yeah, so this is how we will be making, you can create n number of scenarios inside this one. You can compare all these, and you can set the your preferred scenario to the current project schedule. So how to compare this one? To compare this one, here inside the schedule module itself, you have a schedule comparison window. Once the inside schedule comparison window, you can either schedule the you can either compare the current schedule with the baseline, or even with the different scenarios. So currently it is the current schedule and the baseline. Or I can select baseline or scenario here. Yeah. Now the scenario is already saved as a current project. That's why we are not able to see any scenarios here. Yeah. So now just click on compare. And in the window, you will get a detailed description on what all the edited activities. The duration is edited for these activities. This simply implies that some additions has been made inside this activity. So what are the additions? So here you can see the duration, which is which has been changed, and the critical activities are comparison between the baseline and the current schedule, the finished date of comparison between baseline and the current schedule, and the durations, etc. Which are columns that you want, you can add columns. This is a very useful feature inside Oracle Primavera Cloud, which is schedule comparison. RO is the baseline, and you can compare the current schedule or any scenario with the baseline or even with the current schedule itself. This is the basic of schedule management using. This is basic. It has more functions also, but this is the basic idea about schedule management inside OPC, Oracle Primavera Cloud. So now we have created a project, imported a project, and we seen what if scenario and also schedule comparison option inside OPC. Now, let me move on to the next topic, which is management inside OPC. Basically, file management, which can be also be described as the document manager, is defined as the practice or procedures used to create, distribute, and store various types of project documentation. The project documentation represent the body of facts, analysis, conclusion, decisions made throughout the project lifecycle. Like in our terms, it can be termed as said as any kind of drawings is a project document, any budgeting base it's right from the preliminary budget, any kind of budgeting estimates, the work orders that we had provided, or the POs that we had issued, or even the inspection call letters, the inspection reports, everything comes under the document. So we have poll 2 on screen. The thing is how the documents are managed in your firm. Please vote on the poll. I have the result of poll with me. So the most of the people are using like a soft copy in the local system or server. Yeah, that is the current. Most of the firms follow, like we will be storing all the documents in server or in our local system itself. But we have other options to store the file, which is more secure. That is file management. That one option is file management using OPC. So let me show you how the file management can be done using OPC. The file management inside OPC can be done in different levels. That is even in project level, resource level, risk levels, cost levels, even in WBS level, and even in activity levels. So let me show you how the resource management, the file management can be done in the project level initially. So click on view all project. So inside OPC, we can add the project to the add the files to each and every level, and we can interlink the files between different levels also. Now let me select the project to which I need to add the activities. The files. So I've gone inside the project. Click on all project and select the active project, and you will see one options like files. Here is the files option, and just add the all the documents that are necessary for this project. All the project documents, I can add all the project document. So let me add some PDF files. and even I want, I can add. Now I added it as a drawing, PDF drawing. If I want, I can add a DWG file also. That is AutoCAD file also. I can add a JPEG, I can add PNG, or I can add even Excel files also. Let me add a few Excel files. That is BOQ, tender, or quantity calculation. Click on add. Uh, yeah, I can add any number of documents into this one. Even I have AutoCAD drawings, which is structural drawings of beams, columns, etc. I can even add that too. Any form, even if it is a PNG file, that is a picture file in PNG format or JPEG format, that can be also added. Yeah, I had added a couple of files into the project. Now it is added inside the project level. Now let me add some inside the activity level. Open the project to activities. Yeah, select a file, select an activity, and here there is no. Yeah, so let me add files on files and add. In the same way, I can select this is excavation, I guess. Let me add the file details. I added a DWG file and it is being added. 90. Yeah, it is added now. And even I can link the files here. If I added some files, you can link the files also. But no files is like the files that is added in the project level that can be linked here. So the linking, the main advantage of linking is that we can add the projects in one level and we can link. So whenever we are changing in one portion, the linked document will be also be changed. Now the similarly the files can be added in the WBS level also. You have files option and you can simply add in any WBS level that you wish. Yeah, so this is about the file management inside the OPC. Now, who can view these files? Not only view, depending upon the access that I had provided to my co-users, some can only view the files. Some, if he's in an administrative level user, then he can even add and modify the files. But if now I had added one user, my co-user is Kiran, who can only view these files. He can download and he can view the files, but he won't be able to make any changes. So depending upon the user permission that we had provided, the users can just either view only or they can just download and make changes and upload again. That can be also be done depending upon the user permission that we had provided. User permissions and the companies are added generally by the application administrator. This is about file management inside OPC. Let's move on. You will be having the third poll on the screen. So yeah, I know most of you want to know more about the document management system. So we can arrange a separate demo for the PMIS and the document management system separately. We will definitely do that. Do that. Yeah. So let me move on. So we are moving towards the conclusion. So this was about the schedule management and the file management inside OPC. In OPC. So the basic advantage is that this is a Wi-Fi based system or a cloud based system which can be accessed from anywhere in the world. The main advantage, I had uploaded a file here from the Chennai office. Somebody in the Mumbai office can download it, and somebody in the Mumbai office can download and read it. If he have the access, and if he finds some mistakes, or if he made some modification inside that file, he can directly upload it there, and it will be visible to me. That is the main advantage of this file management system inside OPC. Let me move on to the conclusion. So these are some of some of our clients for whom we will be providing the scheduling services. The IPMCS services and offerings. So why you should opt IPMCS? So we will be providing implement services for product and the project. We will provide migration support from on-premise to cloud. Then dedicated Primavera technical support will be provided, dedicated Primavera functional and project support, hands-on training on OPC, administrative training on OPC, then staff augmentation, planning or scheduling and administration. Then other offerings are software licensing, technical support, functional support, then professional and staff augmentation services, planner and scheduling services, and project services. Then we will give training in fundamentals and fundamental of traditional estimation, and also in RIB, COSTEX, PlanSwift, and CostOS. We also provide trainings in MSP, Primavera, and OPC one. Then functional support for the scheduling and rate, BOQ, dimension group, etc. Now, other highlights are online and offline live interactive session trained by industrial expert, opportunity to develop and meet current industrial requirement, project report creation, doubt clarification sessions, and course completion or internship certificate, job reference, and career guidance. You can refer our YouTube channel for more interesting videos like this. Now, for more inquiry, you can please contact any of the contacts given in the screen, and you can check on our website also, www.ipmcs.in. Now we can have a Q&A session, and please post your queries in the chat box, and please provide us with the feedback. Thank you.